Hey, have you ever wondered how to put a beautiful map at the beginning of your book? It might be easier than you think. Hi, I'm Carly Stevens, and this is Carly Stevens Books, where you can learn all things writing, publishing, and indie author life. I love a good book map at the beginning of a book, and so I was eager to learn how to create them myself. Now, I'm not a great illustrator or map maker, but when I was 14, believe it or not, I started creating the world map for what later became the Tenuan Academy series, that world. So here is the earliest map of that. There it is. So what I did was, once I had a nice picture of that map and everything was exactly where I wanted it to be, I started looking on Fiverr, Fivrr, for some freelance workers to illustrate those maps for me. And there are a lot of map makers on that platform because of D&D mostly. A lot of different D&D campaign illustrators are on there. So you can look and scroll through until you find a style that really resonates with you. There are a huge variety of styles. There is a risk, of course, anytime you go with a freelance artist, but I lucked out with both of mine. In Kingdoms on Fire, the third and final book in the Tenuan Academy series, I have not only the world map, but also a map of the capital city, which becomes quite relevant in that book. So I communicated with the different artists on Fiverr, and it's not as expensive as you might think, especially if you just want a black and white rendering of whatever your picture is. Mine were only about $50 each, and that just blows my mind for the quality of work that I got there. So once I commissioned those maps, then I sent them the hideous versions that I had, and we kind of went back and forth a couple of times, talking about, details and spellings and, hey, is this right? But within about 3 weeks or so, I had a copy of that map. If you go the same route as I did, I would make sure before you start that you have a couple of things. One, a high-res version of the map. It has to be very high-res or it won't appear well in the book. Secondly, you need to make sure that you have the rights to distribute it or sell it as part of your own intellectual property. So, for instance, I got permission for all of those things, and now not only is the map in the various books, but also on things like mugs and backpacks if you want. That's all on Redbubble. So make sure that you have those two things. Otherwise, you don't want to get into any funky legal trouble. Then, the way that I put those in the book, there are various ways to do this, but I do my own formatting through Vellum. Vellum is, unfortunately, as far as I know, only available on Macs. It's a software that makes formatting books really easy. And so right at the beginning of the book, I just placed a full-page image there, and then I put in my high-res map, made sure that the coloring looked right, and adjusted it so that the edges went all the way out to the edge instead of having a big border around it or anything. And that's it. That's all. I am really eager to do another map, actually, for my next book, but unfortunately, both of the artists who did mine are no longer freelancing on Fiverr. Otherwise, I would give you their information. But yeah, it's very simple. If you have any questions, you can put those down below. But that's it for now. Make sure to subscribe for more writing, publishing, and indie author life. Bye.